Hey there. We did a split not too long ago, about 3 weeks, and unfortunately, the queen never made it back. So, this was originally going to be a walkaway split. It is queenless right now. We could do one of two things. We could take the frames out that have bees in it, or we could put a new queen in it. Luckily, Sam from Anarchy Apiaries was driving by the other night, and we got a few queens from him. So we're going to go ahead and put a new queen in this little nuke that the walkaway split did not like. We're going to take a frame of brood out of this one just to help out this split a little bit. And we're going to take a little frame of honey or eggs out of this one and also put it in the split today. Just give it a little extra boost. They should like the new queen, and the queen should start laying here in a few days. All right, I'm going to give them some smoke because it is an overcast day and they are not happy. Smoker beforehand. So I'm going to give all three a douse of smoke before I even start. That way I'll calm them down a little bit, and it takes a few minutes for them to actually feel the smoke. And we'll open up the little nuke box that I did the split in. It still has 2 frames of bees, but again, they all hatched out of the... Sorry about the plane. They all hatched out of the original frames I had put in and taken from another hive. But you can see there's still quite a few bees in them. Unfortunately, no queen. They did try to build a few queen cells, and they might or might not take. I will smash those just before I put the new queen in. I'm going to make a little room for 2 extra frames. Again, 1 frame of brood, 1 frame of partial honey, and we'll get to it. This box is a swarm we caught just a few days ago, or I'm sorry, a few weeks ago, and we did a video on it. It's actually Jaden's swarm. Caught that in a 5-gallon box, or I'm sorry, 5-gallon bucket. They are not happy already. And it's been about 3 weeks, but this queen, or this colony, is going crazy. So I am sure they won't mind a little bit of brood being stolen. I'm going to take the smallest frame from them. I don't want to take much of their brood. And this is just to help supplement that nuke and give that queen a slight better chance of being accepted if she shows up with a frame of brood. Here's a nice little frame. I'm going to give them some more smoke. I don't know if you can hear them, but they are loving me today. Now, if I was doing a walkaway split, I would want to keep some bees on this, or many bees as I could on this frame. But again, I'm just trying to give that other hive a little boost. I want to make sure their queen isn't on here. That would be a mess if I put a queen from this hive in. and then put an already bred queen in. My son would not be happy with me because this is his hive. I'm actually going to shake these girls off a little bit. I don't see any queen on here. Do you guys? No queen on that side. So I think we're good. I'm going to give them one more shake just so they can be with their original colony. Don't shake it too hard though. There's a bunch of drone in there too. Hopefully Jaden's brand new hive that swarmed isn't going to swarm soon again. I'm going to grab this and put this brood in between one of their existing frames. They're actually putting honey on one of these frames already. I don't think they have anything to do with that, their queen. So we're going to drop that brood in. I was going to give them honey, but it looks like they're foraging already, and they have some honey on that frame. So I'm just going to probably leave it. We'll check that other hive though. If they have a bunch of honey stacked out in that top one, we'll throw it in there. Usually I do not recommend putting 2 boxes on top. Oh, almost forgot the queen separator so soon, but we lost a little colony and it had 2 supers on it. So I figured we'd give it to this new one that we had caught and see what they can do with it. They have been busy. And they're very active. If they weren't such a pissy colony, I might be worried about wax moths putting these 2 boxes on top. But as you can see or hear, they are not a happy colony. I think they'll drive any wax moth or beetle out of that hive. So there's that. We're done in that hive. Let me give you a look at this little one. I don't know if you can see it or not. But there's a few frames of bees left in there from that walkaway split. If I didn't have that queen from Sam, I think I would have just put these bees back in this box and let them build out that swarm that we caught a little quicker. But seeing as Sam drove by and we have a queen, why not use her? All right. Take a look in here. We have a little bit of honey built out. I think I'll steal some. I'm going from the middle. I'm taking that frame. Always go from the sides if you could. Start taking the side frame out first. It's just nicer for the bees. And you get less chance of rolling a queen. So no queen on that. Just a little bit of honey that they got going. But that's all these girls will need for a little bit. Put them back in their original house. They'll find their way, or they'll just make a new home if not all of them make it in. And I'm going to go get the queen for them. There she is. That is from Sam at Anarchy Apiaries. He's been breeding for almost 20 years now, I think. And he is trying to breed for mite resistance, like probably every other queen breeder. So I'm going to sandwich her between two of the brood frames, and I'm going to put her at a slight angle, probably like a 45-degree angle. That way, if any of her little helper bees in there die, they can get kicked out and she won't get trapped in there. If you had it up like this, and one died up here, or even at an angle and got stuck in, she could get stuck and the other bees might not be able to get her out. So let's put her in. So I'm just going to separate it out a little bit. In this nuke box, I have a little room to push them around. Doing a blast of smoke just to get them out of where I want to put the queen. I'm going to put her right up against that frame that had the brood in it that we just put in. That way, hopefully they have a little more acceptance of her. I can see some are already fanning. They smell a new queen. And they're fanning their wings, saying, hey, I smell a queen, guys. She's back. Or, I'm sorry, girls. So I'm going to push her in there a little bit. Not too much, or you have a chance of suffocating her or trapping her. Pushed her in one side and pushing a frame right up against her on the other. She's stuck there pretty good. Let's see if I can show you. I don't know if you can see that or not, but she's in there. They're already paying attention to her. Hopefully, with any luck, they'll come to love her and let her stay. And she'll be laying here within a few days. Here, let me take this off and maybe show you. I think they mind her too much. We'll see. Let's keep your fingers crossed for me that we saved this little walkaway split. If I come back and she's dead or not laying in a few days, I'll probably give her a week. If she's not laying in 7 days, I'll take all these frames and we'll put them in this new one that we caught and just give them some extra bees and give them some extra food. Won't hurt. Let me know what I did wrong. I'm sure I did a few things wrong. And if you have any ideas, please post them in the comment. If you learned anything at all, give us a thumbs up or a like or even subscribe. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.